This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcome him back to the program. He is an author. He is a father. He is the king of all things. My guy, Avery Washington from Happie Publishing. What's up, man?
I'm all good. How you doing, KG? It's good to see you again.
Man, good to see you again. You know, last time you were here, we were talking about letters to our daughters, and now you have a new book that you are a part of called Breakthrough.
Yes, Breakthrough. I was blessed to co-author a book with the legendary Les Brown.
Yeah.
And Johnny Wimbrey, he also wrote the foreword along with Nick Halleck and about 20 other authors. And Breakthrough basically is about authors giving their breakthrough testimonies about their breakthrough moments, far as whatever they had to break through to achieve their goals in life. Mm-hmm. And my breakthrough moment started in Houston. I was sitting in church with Pastor Ralph West at the Church Without Walls. Mm-hmm. And one day he was speaking about the gifts that we have that we're not sharing with others as blessings. And he said, when you get student loans from the government, if you don't pay it back, the government usually takes it back. So he said maybe God needs to start taking back these gifts that we're not sharing with others as blessings. So at that moment, you know, we have those moments where we think they're speaking directly to us.
Right.
That moment, this was 10 years ago. That same Sunday, I went to the Shadow Bar. It was on 213 Milam Street with Seven the Poet. And I'm a family advocate. I've been married over 20 years. So I spoke about family advocacy. And once I spoke, God made it easy for me to start my own publishing company, and 5 bestsellers later and co-authoring a book with Les Brown, I'm here before you again today. So
it can be done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In that moment where the pastor was preaching that sermon and you thought like, man, he is talking about me. What were you doing before then that you hadn't?
Just working and getting caught up in the everyday hustle and bustle, you know, taking care of family and everything. And the name of my chapter in this book is called Connect with Your Soul. And to me, a lot of us have gifts. We all have gifts. We are born with innate gifts.
That's right.
But we get caught up with the world and working every day, and we don't take time to connect with our soul and connect with ourselves. We don't take time to meditate or anything. So what I'm encouraging people to do by telling my breakthrough story, because I go in detail, I reflect all the way back to childhood, because God was giving me signs from birth to connect with my gift. But I got caught up in the world and was so busy I didn't connect with it. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to encourage people to connect with their soul. And once they connect with their soul, they'll be able to connect with their purpose and passion in life.
You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to author Avery Washington. New book, Breakthrough, that features many different authors, one being the legendary Les Brown, public speaker, best-selling author, and philanthropist. And Avery's chapter or section in the book, what would you say was the most challenging about writing your part and the most rewarding?
It wasn't challenging at all because I write from the heart. And being a poet, naturally, I'm always expressing myself. So that was easy. And the most rewarding thing about it is actually when people come up to me and tell me that, hey, Avery, you know, you really blessed me with your story. You know, it really empowered me to achieve the goals that I wanted to achieve, or either go after it and to, you know, bring them towards their breakthrough moments. That's the beautiful blessing of being an author, being a poet, and being able to connect with people.
No doubt. I want to switch gears just for a little minute, since you are just an advocate of family and the family unit. And I don't mean to get, I don't want to get really political with this. However, politics is part of one of the factors in the whole equation.
Right.
Your thoughts on what is happening at the border and the splitting up of these families and these kids being taken away from their parents that are, you know, trying to seek asylum from all of the bad stuff that is going on in South America.
I think it's a horrible crime. I think it's evil. I think a lot of evils of men have been systematically destroying black families since the beginning.
Talk about it.
And it's very painful to see. And as a black male, I know that our families have been systemically destroyed. And me as a family advocate, my goal is to continue to tell my story. My wife and I just celebrated our 20th year of marriage, and that's a beautiful thing. And I just want people to realize that we need to get back to family, because that's the core of our strength as a people. So separating families is very hurtful for me to see.
Yeah, indeed. I totally agree with you. I mean, my mind just still is boggled, but like you said, it's been America's MO, especially with us black folks,
from the beginning.
And it just
it's still going on today. We're programming.
It's still going on today. Yeah.
We're being programmed every day.
I was in a dinner conversation, a very mixed, very eclectic group of folks sitting at the table having dinner, drinking wine, talking. And then when this kind of came up, and someone made the point that, well, America's been, separating black families, for years, even still, to this day. And another person who was not black was like, well, where's the evidence of this? Like, what is the numbers? I said, it's going on right now.
Open your eyes.
if a young lady who needs government assistance, it has Section 8 housing and has a child, the father of that child, or, whoever that person is that she's seen, like, a man cannot stay in the house.
Right.
If she is on Section 8 or getting some sort of government assistance. So it is still going on today, because a young woman who is on welfare or is getting public assistance, like, cannot have a male living in that house.
Right. And
so
it's not
tell
being
me
hidden.
What that is.
It's not being hidden at all. They're being very bold about it.
Listen to Access Houston. We got Avery Washington in the building. The book is out now, called Breakthrough, forwarded by Johnny. How you say his
Johnny
name?
Wembry.
Johnny Wembry, and it also features Les Brown. So your first annual Father's Day cruise is coming up.
Yes, sir.
In his book, Letters to My Daughter, which is one of the bestsellers, is being talked about. And then you were just, talking about having a father-daughter cruise, and now
it's in the making. It's in the works. It's already done. We're having the first annual Father's Day. First of all, let me give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Keisha Washington, because she is the mastermind behind the cruise. So we're having our first annual Father's Day cruise for 2020, presented by Letters to My Daughters, by myself and my wife. And the theme is building strong relationships with our children. Now will catapult them to become strong men and women in the future. So for details, now at first it was going to be just fathers and daughters because of my book, Letters to My Daughters, but my wife was like, hey, we should open it up to all kids. So basically, you can bring your sons and daughters on the trip, and you can visit AveryWashington.com and click on the father-daughter logo for details and, sign up. The dates are June 22nd, 2020 to June 27th, 2020. And the trip will be leaving out of Galveston, and we'll be going to Costa, Mayo, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico.
Nice. So y'all got a whole year to get this together, get your cabin for the cruise and all of that.
Yes, sir. And it's just a $50 deposit, and the deposit is due by Monday, July 15th.
Okay. $50, July 15th. Set that date if you're looking to go. Oh, man. And it's open to everyone.
Open to all fathers and daughters and sons.
How about that? So, congratulations on celebrating 20 years of marital bliss.
That was beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. For those who are in long marriages or relationships, or maybe it's fresh and new, what would you say has been the glue to keep you and Keisha together for these 20 plus years?
Not giving up. I think a lot of times in marriages, when you have that one bad time in the marriage, a lot of people quit and give up. But we decided on forever, and that was the theme of our vow renewal. We decided on forever. And what we do, we encourage each other. She worked for Shell for 21 years. So I encouraged her to retire, and she loves people and people, helping them, seeing them smile, that's her passion. So now she's a full-time travel agent. She started her own business, and now she's a full-time travel agent. She bought me my first laptop when I started writing. So we always encourage each other to grow. And I think if you continue to grow in a marriage, the marriage will grow.
Man.
And the love will grow.
All right, so you heard that. You heard that from an OG who's been doing it and doing it well. Listen, the book Breakthrough, available right now, featuring Avery Washington. Where can they pick it up? AveryWashington.com. If you visit AveryWashington.com, I will actually sign your book and ship it to you myself. So get the book Breakthrough, and it's also featuring Les Brown amongst some other authors. And save that date for the first annual Father's Day cruise presented by Letters to My Daughters by Avery Washington. Those dates for the cruise next year, June the...
I have it right here. It's June 22nd, 2020 through June 27th, 2020.
All right, so that's 5 days. So get that going. And log on to the site so you can get the book. Avery, congratulations on everything, on the book, on the new book, on celebrating your 20th wedding anniversary, and everything else that's coming down for you. You know, Happie Publishing is doing it, man.
Yes, sir. Happie Publishing is doing it, and also I'm going to have my official book release party for Breakthrough with Seven the Poet at the Poetry Lounge on July 21st. It'll be held at the Alley Cat Bar and Lounge on Main Street. So that's July 21st at the Poetry Lounge, hosted by Seven the Poet at 7 p.m. at the Alley Cat Bar and Lounge. So please come on out and celebrate with us and enjoy the poets.
We'll be there. I love Seven. What's up, Seven?
Yeah, tickets could be purchased at Eventbrite also.
Eventbrite, okay. What they need to search when they go to Eventbrite?
Poetry Lounge Houston, eventbrite.com.
All right, author Avery Washington, Breakthrough, which is out right now. Log on to the website,
AveryWashington.com.
so you can get your book. And big ups to Happie Publishing, too, doing it real big. Man, so good to see you, bro.
Great to see you again, King.
Man,
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on. Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming back the lovely Dr. LaShanda Gary, even though she didn't want me to say that.
No, sir.
She's a pastor, but she has her doctrine, and I am going to give her due props and say Dr. Gray is in the building. LaShanda, it's so good to see you.
I know. It's amazing. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, man. Founder of Dream Build Success. And last time you were here, we were talking about the conference that you had.
Absolutely.
And from what I understand, that thing has grown exponentially.
He will do it.
Won't he?
Yes, he will.
Really won't he well?
Yes.
So tell us, first, tell people about Dream Build Success and what it is.
Absolutely. Well, for some of your listeners that do not know who I am, my name is LaShanda Gary. I teach men and women entrepreneurs how to build streams of income.
Why would I say
multiple
Gary?
streams of income. Yeah, leverage their ideas with kingdom principles. But really, at the end of the day, there's two things that I really want to make sure you get. I don't want you to be broken spiritually or financially. I have a background in finance and with sales, $13 million. And so a few years ago, I was laid off after perfect attendance, 6 years. Got fired, got my pink slip. And so what I did is I was with a major company. Okay. And I did receive a settlement.
Okay.
I'm just being real. Take the mask off. Hello. 6 years perfect attendance.
I know that's
right. Come on, some $13 million.
You owe me something.
Let's talk about it. But with that, I learned, one, in that moment, I would never work for anyone else. I just felt like I had pushed myself, and that was my dream job. But then deep down inside, there was more. So what happens when the door is shut in your face, when the rug is pulled from under you, you have to create. Yeah. So everything that we do with Dream Build Success starts with a need. I believe we should always have an answer and be the result and produce results.
So you found a need and created a service for that need.
Absolutely. You know, it's amazing. There are so many people that are looking for answers. You know, whether it's with your business, it's with your platform, it's with your corporate executives, we all need results at the end of the day. So creating needs, making sure that you really produce services, and it may not be me, but it may be between one of my contacts within my agency that can help you get where you need to go.
Nice. And so people, where can they go to? They may be listening right now like, oh, this is right up my alleyway. Let me go. What's
Absolutely.
The website there real quick?
So you can actually go to LaShondaGary.com or DreamBuildSuccess.com. We have a facet of resources and skills on there. I always tell people before I mentor mentor you and coach you, I need you to make sure you read my whole website.
Okay.
I give so many answers. There's a blog. I write for a couple different magazines, but there's a blog that I wrote, and it gives you almost 300 resources on how to start your business with less than $100. So, hello.
Where do you do that at?
I know, right? Yeah. So, just to give some nuggets, there are a lot of different, if you go to Google and you learn whether it's getting a DBA to start your business or you want to start a nonprofit, there are a lot of organizations and resources out there where you can do that. So you can make sure you execute. It doesn't take long. All you have to say is yes.
Whoa. Hold on. She educating me this morning.
Drop them nuggets.
On something, and I mean, come through with it.
Yes,
so,
sir.
so say I'm a small business, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm about to start up, and I come to you for your services. What is the first thing that I should have lined up, or what is the first thing that I should know before I come to you for your services?
Well, I believe that sometimes people have a goal, right? So I tell entrepreneurs, start from the end and work your way back. So what does that mean, LaShonda? I have a tool that I use. It's called mapping your vision. So you should have certain like 3 different things, 3 principles: your vision, your business plan, and your income strategy. So when you connect those, sometimes the money gets kind of funny. Yeah. We always hear it, change is kind of strange. Right. But when you go back to the vision should produce the resources you need. So everything you need starts with one question: ask. Who are you willing to ask? Is it, Google? Is it a mentor? Is it a coach? And are you willing to invest in you? I've been sharing this week, and I've really been led to really share that it's me versus me. So many times you can believe for your neighbor. So many times you can believe for another company. We go to these 9 to 5s. We don't ask God if we're supposed to be there, right, in the first place. But then when you get there and you are maybe not getting promoted, maybe you have a supervisor that doesn't think you're worthy of your value. They don't see the value that you bring. You have to say, okay, it's me versus me. What can I do in this moment? You don't need another job. You just need to produce what's in you. That's the real side hustle. I know,
she's
right?
Speaking to me
I'm
this
fired
morning. I mean, she's talking about me.
Come on.
Really, for real. Because I'm struggling with that. That's a whole nother conversation, though.
But it's real. And it's not just you. It's millions of people. I mean, when you think about 80 million people, right, you think about social media and how easy it is. And back in the day, when you wanted a platform, you had to go and do a lot of presentations. Now, you should have a speaker deck. You should have your sponsorship decks and things like that. But if you can really, go get some good pictures, take some good lighting pictures, talk about what you're doing. We all have a tribe. We all have a certain listener, right? We have a certain subscriber or corporate execs that we're called to. Understanding the assignment is the key. So I start with entrepreneurs and I say, what's the assignment? Because you can have dreams and you can live in la la land, but is it really producing results?
Ooh,
and that's real.
Yeah.
So when I want to pull you out of la la land and say, what's the assignment? Because your assignment will never keep you broke. It will never keep you empty and would always keep you full, living in overflow, also known as Canaan, the land of milk and honey.
Yes. Oh, come on this Sunday
Come
morning.
on now.
Come on. Pastor LaShanda Gary is in the building, founder of Dream Build Success. So the conference, you have, this thing has grown. Tell us about, we were talking off air because I caught her on the elevator, and you're international.
Yeah, he gives you new territory when you find your broken place. He gives you new territory when you lose everything to find him. I'm just a woman of God that loves God, unapologetic. I'm naked and unashamed. I tell my testimony from working and making 6 figures to being homeless. Me and my husband slept on the floor, educated and broke. So yes, the conference is amazing. We have entrepreneurs, creatives, and leaders coming from all over the world. When God raises you up in a broken season, you remain humble, right? It's not about me. It's about the tribe. And if I'm eating, everybody I'm connected to is
Holy
eating.
Spirit. Oh, stop it right now. Oh, my God. Oh, that just made chills through my entire body.
Amen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hallelujah. Well, and I'll tell you what, I think sometimes God he's raising people up right now. This is a season where God is raising you up. I tell people all the time, don't look at my profile picture. Don't even look at my bio. Listen to what God did. I literally hung on a cross for this cause. So when you come to the conference, you may be expecting entrepreneurs, maybe learning some cute hashtags, but you're going to get more than that. So a testimonial. We had a woman of God come last year, and she doesn't mind sharing this testimony because she shared it many times. She came in as a business owner. She was about to get a divorce. Do you hear me? And actually what happened is I don't give up on people. There are some people that are raised up for certain seasons. You may be the Moses, you may be the Joshua, you may be the Jonah in your family. And you have to literally carry everyone around you on your back. Yeah. But if you can just crawl with faith, I'm not talking about walking, not running, crawl into the room with faith. I know there's something that God has produced in you is going to manifest. Yeah, not later. I'm talking about a now season. So every person that's listening, every person that's going to watch this, maybe you're listening to, I don't know how you're going to hear this, but I decree and declare that your now season is now. What does that mean? Quickly, accelerated. That means this present time. God's resting on what you want to do. He's just saying yes. He says, sons and daughters, do you want to say yes?
I'm sorry. I am just all caught up in it.
Amen.
Listen to Access Houston. We're talking to LaShanda Gary, Dream Build Success. When is the? I gotta snap out of it.
It's Friday and Saturday.
Powerful.
And I think that's so important because sometimes people you tapping in, you tuning in, and then you get to that point where God wants to birth something new in you. Yeah. Right. But all you have to do is push. So those people that are listening, saying, "Hey, how do I connect? Where do I go next?" I'm telling you to push. Go to that website, dbsconference.com, connect, stay connected. Don't get to that breaking point, that birthing place, and your midwife is standing next to you and saying, come on, I want to pull something out of you. Don't die in your own blood. Live. So when you live, the ultimate level of success is being able to duplicate what you've already created. God's not creating nothing new.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Huh?
Come on here. He says, son, can you live in me? Daughter, can you reign in me? You ought to fix your crown and get excited about what he's about to do.
Whew. Listen here. I don't care who you are, how old you are. If this word don't touch you the way that it has me right now, something is wrong with your spirit and your soul. Because she is coming with it. Where do people need to go to register, get all the information on the conference? Because this is divine right here. This isn't sometimes, and I'm just speaking for me. Sometimes, we get people on the program who are promoting said event, and it's all about them, really. Here is one where the Holy Spirit is talking, and I feel it, that she is here to help you.
Amen.
With your business, with whatever that you got, that it is now your season, as she said, and God wants you to push through. And LaShanda Gary is here for you to do that. Listen here, what a blessing you are. What's the
you can go to dbsconference.com, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to just tap dance right where I'm at. Those listeners and viewers, if they tweet you, if they inbox you, if you DM us, we will sow into you. This is a season of multiplication. We're blessed. And so if you want to be in the conference, maybe you don't have the income or revenue to get to the house. All we need is your email, your first and last name, and we will sow into you and sponsor you to be in the house. Just show up. DBSconference.com at the Hilton Hotel Post Oak Galleria. Ooh, it's going down.
It is going down. Basement. I'm trying to tell you. Listen here, if you have been thinking about tapping into your own and having your own, but you didn't have the means, you didn't know the way, you hit that rough spot, Dream Build Success. Hey, here, we got the testimony right here. Who's putting it on and is going to try to help put you on. So log on to dbsconference.com. If I had more time, we could do the whole segment, LaShonda. But I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through.
Hey, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's real.
That is real. Listen, Dream Build Success. Log on to the website. DBSconference.com. Register. You heard what she said. Even if you don't have it, they will pour into you. That's how you know it's real.
Come on. It's not. I just want to see you cross your finish line. Cross your finish line.
Cross your finish line. So log on to the website. This was so good. Thank you so much for coming on. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Dr. LaShanda Gary, pastor of your church. Shout out your church.
Yeah. Well, so shout out to Word of Restoration, Pastor Perry. Changed my life. Ministry is amazing. My apostle that I was brought up in ministry is Bishop Robert Campbell as well. So I'm excited. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to them. And thank you so much for coming on. And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.